This is the most fun interview. Fantastic. So it's Felicity from GetYourRockOut, and I'm talking to the amazing Danny Vaughn. How are you doing today?
I'm doing all right, and welcome to our little boat in the back.
Yeah, we're on a ship today.
It looks like download. It's not actually. It's a wee canoe.
It's a boat that we've kind of changed to look like download, so we can feel we're at download.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what's going on.
No, so far so good. I just finished my acoustic set, which I did an acoustic set last time I was here, so that's 2 in a row. And you just never know what to expect when you're just going on after a lot of heavier bands are playing. It's just me and acoustic guitar going, hello. So, but yeah, I thought it went rather well.
Fantastic. And did you enjoy it?
I did, although I was a little. Well, I'm always concentrating on 6 things at once, and ruining my own good time.
The trouble with being a perfectionist, it's just like you focus on everything
It's not
else.
perfection. I just want to be halfway decent. Never mind perfection.
I think you're more than halfway decent. I think.
Thanks.
No, I don't think I've ever seen you play when you've been anything.
I have.
Beyond.
I have. But I'm glad you haven't seen it.
So yeah, and you are also playing later as well.
Yeah. Taiketo will do the full stomp later on, which we're very much looking forward to. It's kind of a nice, a nice next continuation on what's already been a rather exciting year for us. There's just a lot of good things going on again. So.
I think the last time we spoke was at Hard Rock Hell AOR
That's right.
last year in that amazingly cold place.
Yes, Rotherham, the coldest building on the planet.
It really was. I mean, you've been doing so much since then. It's untrue.
Yeah.
I don't really know where to start with it all.
Well, I mean, the most amazing thing that we just did was the Monsters of Rock cruise, which, that was such a great experience. For both of me, the musician and the fan, I had such a good time doing both things on those cruises, and it was just it's quite unique. The vision that I had of 3,500 tattooed, screaming, crazy rockers and beer trapped on a boat, and I thought this could get bad. And it really wasn't. The people that worked there, that worked for the cruise line, said we look forward to this cruise every year because, there's so much of a sense of community, and everybody really. I think there was a great appreciation on everyone's part for how incredibly different this was. 5 days at sea, these fantastic locations, all these bands just wanting to. You get amped up even just a little more because of the situation and everything, and so I felt everybody was doing some of their best work. And you're also just, you're walking around the boat and people stop you and, or sit and have lunch with you, and that's what you're there to do. It's not the least bit intrusive. Nobody went over the top that I heard of. Most of the bands, as far as I know, were all out and about socializing. There were very few people that kind of hung back behind like the security wall or whatever that may be. Everyone just went and had a great time.
I mean, that's absolutely unbelievable. It's rare to find nowadays. You normally get such a divide between like kind of bands and fans, and the two so often don't mix. But I mean, that just sounds incredible.
For me also, it was kind of like high school reunion. There were so many people that I know over the years from working with and gigging with or touring with, and all of a sudden they're all in one place. The funniest incidence of that is when they go to Monster Island, which is actually, cruise lines actually rent small Bahamian islands all to themselves, so it's just the people from the boat. So this island was so achingly beautiful, the turquoise water, the whole thing. And I'm just walking along the beach. My wife and I decided to get a little bit away from where the beach party was and the bar and all that sort of thing, just going for a stroll. And you're walking along the beach, you go, hi Mike Portnoy, hi CJ Snare, what's up Mike Tramp, what's going on? It was like Valhalla. We all die, and this is where we end up. This is where rockers go to die, and I'm hoping that's where we end up.
It sounds absolutely incredible.
It was. I recommend it to anybody. And of course, the big news is we're doing it again next year. So that was. We were what Taiketo is often, the band that people kind of think they've heard of, but nobody really knows about. And we did 2 solid shows, and the audience was very, very responsive. And there were people that came up to I've come here from Peru to see you play on this boat. Japan, Canada, New Zealand, all over the world. It was just lovely. It really was.
That's absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
I'm really glad that you're doing it again next year. It sounds well deserved.
And it's completely juxtaposition to something like this, which of course is an amazing experience. But I'm not going to meet 90,000 people. There's probably only There's only 10 of them that know who I am anyway. But you don't have that same possibility of going out and walking about and mingling. It can get really tough after a while. So this was it's just like not like anything in our experiences as music fans,
No, definitely. I need to get there at some point soon.
Yeah, you ought to go. Next year's lineup is outstanding too.
Oh, it really is, and I think Sue and Phil Ashcroft are going to be there.
Oh, yeah.
So they keep telling me I should tag along with them, and I'm just like, I should.
They're going to put you in their hold luggage. They'll get you there.
To be honest, depressingly, I'm actually small enough to fit in suitcases. I have tried this before, and it turns out that
I don't want to know why.
Yeah, I know. It's just one of these things that you try, and everybody's like, we can put you in a suitcase. And then one day we tried it, and I did fit in the suitcase. So it's a talent, I guess, of some description. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the last time we spoke to you, you were on a solo tour, and you're also touring with Taiketo a lot too. I mean, can both coexist with each other quite happily, or do you find that you need to be focusing more on one than the other? No,
they coexist. I mean, Taiketo and myself, whether it's solo. Don't forget, I'm also doing Burning Kingdom. I'm also doing the Ultimate Eagles. So somehow everything manages to coexist. There hasn't been too many overlaps because none of this is, full on all year long. It's not possible. It's not the type of music that has that kind of fan base or is making that kind of money. So, you got to keep working. So you do a little bit of each. And I think that's good because I'm always a little bit worried of playing too much in any one place. Get to the point where England just goes, oh Christ, I saw him last week. So that's why the Ultimate Eagles is nice. It's a completely different thing. And that'll be September, October is our big tour of the UK. So we're looking forward to that.
Yeah, that'll be a fantastic tour, actually. It'll be.
I'm looking forward to it. We're doing the Hell Freezes Over show, so it's a lot of acoustic, and that includes we'll be gigging at Union Chapel in Islington. And we'll be doing basically an all-acoustic set there with strings. That's the plan. So it'll be a rather unique event.
That's going to be incredible.
Yeah, we have a lot of work to do. That requires an incredible amount of rehearsal.
And what's next for kind of you as a solo project and for Taiketo?
It's a good question. I don't really know. I would very much like to write a solo album and do a solo album. There's a heightened interest in Taiketo again over the last year, so we have to sort of pay attention to that. We've been contacted by Frontiers to play their festival next year. We'll see if it happens. I mean, it's a long way from booked or anything, but there's basically the emails are coming in, so it's really interesting. So that may also lead to another album. We're certainly open to it because we're just in a place where there's a tremendously positive vibe around Taiketo right now.
What do you think's brought that on? I mean, it's because, as you said, it has been in the last kind of year or so. There has just been an upsurge of people saying we really want to see you guys. I mean, is that just because you have been out a little bit more and people are remembering how much they like you? Maybe
so. I mean, but we were all kind of taken by surprise. I mean, we did 5 shows in the UK this year, and by the time we got to Wolverhampton, there were over 800 people in Wolfram Hall, and the sound and the emotion that everybody was making there was just like 1991 when we first came over. It was one of those things where we had to stop, look at each other like, is this happening? It was just wonderful. Hard Rock Hell produced a similar thing. Yeah. I think the band Taiketo's always been a good live band, always. It's been our primary function, and it's just getting better. The addition of Chris Green as the guitar player has added an element, and he is a person that was a fan of the band, once upon a time, and so he kind of brought this major enthusiasm with him, and he's just one of these over-the-top, outstanding guitarists. So people are walking in, and they're kind of going, all right, well, he's not Brooke, I want to give him a chance, and they're like, oh, but he is good, wow, and then he just kind of takes over.
Well, it sounds really good. It sounds as though you're all in a really positive place with it, which is great.
Definitely.
And could you find the time to actually record a new album?
Oh, somewhere, yeah. Somewhere there's got to be a couple hours free that I haven't looked at. This summer is kind of quiet for me, actually. I'm in and out doing a few things, but not any long extended things. So Chris and I are kind of taking it upon ourselves. So we're going to try and write some music and just see what kind of music comes out. It could be solo stuff. It could be Taiketo stuff. We don't know. We're not going to push it. We're just going to watch and see what happens.
Fantastic. Well, in that case, that all sounds really quite exciting indeed.
Yeah. We're pleased about it.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to have a chat today.
It's good to see you again.
Yeah, you too. And I have no doubt that I'm going to see you back in some guise or another at some point over the next few months.
Like I said, you probably just go, same guy.
Can't see that happening somehow.
So, who have you seen so far?
As in bands-wise?
Yeah.
Nobody.
Nobody,
not yet.
You're going to be here all day?
Yep, kind of.
Were you here when the Temperance Movement played the acoustic?
I got to see a song of that. They are one hell of a band.
Yeah, well, they're my favorite new band, and I was I had no idea they were doing this little acoustic run, because they were playing the same time I did my show, so I missed them completely. And then not only did they do a couple of acoustic songs, but they played my favorite song on the album. So it was great, and I got to just go and say hello and tell them how much I thought of them, and they were just really, really nice guys, so I enjoyed that a lot.
Perfect day then, really, isn't it? I mean, it's all just been completely ideal. Well, thank you so much. I have a fantastic set tonight. I'm hoping to be in like an hour or so, and so here's hoping. Yeah,
get on over there.
Definitely.
They got to let you out every now and again.
You'd think so.
You'll have talked to everyone by 9 o'clock.
I would hope so. But stranger things have happened.
True.
Yeah, thank you, and we'll see you very soon.
Well, thank you, everyone. If you're not a download, shame on you.